My dad is actively pursuing his instrument rating now, and I'm glad to get to sit with him in the cockpit and help him sharpen his skills from the ground up.
One radar contact 5 miles north of the Lockhart Airport, altimeter 29908.
29908, 80991. Turn left heading 050.
Tango Lima's got airport in sight. I'll go ahead and terminate radar services. Squawk VFR, 40.
Tango Lima, Squawk VFR, change advisor frequency approved.
Thank you. Have a good day. 7 Tango Lima.
American 2482, descend and maintain 6,000.
6,000 now, American 2482.
Doing good?
What?
I said doing good.
Alright.
Can you not hear me very well?
Yeah, I thought you said feeling good.
Oh, no. Don't be looking at my iPad.
I can't even see it.
Okay. I'm gonna basically play ATC here, alright?
Okay.
Just for now, maintain 3,000, maintain this heading.
Number 69 Yankee, traffic 1 o'clock.
And I'm going to give you some instructions, and I'm going to want you to read back those instructions, alright?
Okay.
Look at my deep.
You want me to write them down?
Well, what would you do?
Probably, I guess. That's what you would do, right?
Well, yeah, and it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would certainly write it down.
Number 69 Yankee, the traffic's now passed behind you. No other traffic reserved between you and the airport. Squawk VFR, change advisor frequency approved.
Okay, Squawk at 1200 and we'll go to advisory, thanks.
Alright, Skyhawk 80991, turn left, heading 040.
2530.
Fly heading 040 to intercept the Syntex 150 radio inbound.
135.
Okay, turn left at 040 and fly heading to intercept the Syntex 150 radio. That's 80991.
That is certainly correct.
991 approach.
Go for 991.
991, and you said you wanted to do your maneuvering where, sir?
It's going to be about 10 miles. It's 10 miles east of Syntex.
901, roger, thank you.
Not a problem.
Okay.
And for 80991, we're pretty flexible with that, so if we're going to be in your way or anything, just let us know.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Altitude.
That's what I want to see. I want to see you catch this stuff.
Houston approach 134.3.
Contact Houston 134.3, 6481.
So I made it real easy on you, didn't I?
Yeah.
I basically gave you a vector to intercept. And you're turning off of that vector. Don't forget to cross-check your compass and gyro every now and then.
Yeah, and I need to identify that.
Yeah, I would.
Oh.
Call sign is Charlie now, current altimeter 29908.
You get that?
Not yet.
No, 29908.
That's it.
Okay. How about your second radio too? Got a second one, might as well use it to cross back and give yourself a backup.
Barely here.
Yeah, because you forgot to pull it out.
Whiskey Delta approach.
Go ahead, sir.
5 Whiskey Delta, just want to make sure you were with me.
Yeah, I checked on with you at 9,000.
Roger, thank you.
That's it.
We ought to just get another 430 and put it in here.
Or 530.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've often thought about that.
Putting another GPS in here?
Yeah. But, you know, I back off of them because you say these things are kind of obsolete.
Well, they're not obsolete, Garmin just won't.
The service or whatever.
Yeah. They're not making any more parts for them. At least Garmin isn't. I'm sure there'll be other companies that'll start making parts for them.
Yeah.
I don't know, if we could find another 430, might be something we want to consider if we would think it's worth it.
Overshot it.
Ain't nothing a little correction can't fix. Now this is one of the few cases where I would say leave your heading bug there.
5 Whiskey Delta, contact Houston Center 1310.15.
Leave your heading bug on the radial. So you can see how much crabbing you're doing at a glance.
Down to 17's 2000.
Now where's your wind coming from?
Southwest 1717.
Coming out of the south-southwest.
Maintain 12000.
So it's trying to push me a little bit that way.
12,000 and left turn
But,
southwest 17.
I figured that this would be plenty. I got 30 degrees correction there. But it's barely moved now. It's moved a little bit.
Do you have 30 degrees of correction in there?
Well, 300.
I don't know, your gyro is about 20 degrees off.
I hate that thing.
Well, it's the reality of a mechanical gyro. Subtle corrections. Constant scan.
Here shows 6187 Austin approach, expect runway 17 left.
80901, I have your holding instructions, advised and ready to copy.
Available if you'd prefer that.
We do, show 6187.
80991, ready to copy.
80901, hold east on the Syntex 090 degree radial, 10 mile fix. That's it.
Okay, Cessna 80991, hold east of the Syntex 090 radio at the 10 mile fix. So 80991.
Yeah. Subtle corrections. That's way too much bank for that little tiny correction. Just real gentle bank back.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I want to get the 090.
what so based on where you know we are, what entry are you gonna do? Here's a hint. Draw it on your knee board. Draw the holding pattern. And if you were to do this for real in the soup, this is what I would expect you to do too.
It wants me to hold east, so it's going to be up here. And the fix is going to be here. So, no? So, now where I am, we're coming in on the 150. So we're still down here. Probably be a direct.
You're going to do a teardrop.
Okay, so we're back over here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm out here somewhere and I need to intersect that, so I need to basically fly north. Correct?
You basically need a what?
About a northerly heading, because I'm out here.
No, fly the heading he gave you. Or the controller gave you.
Okay. Just stay on
Yeah,
that
well,
one.
he's vectoring you for it. No, one, take it left 5 degrees.
Left 5 degrees, 0. Oops. Left 5 degrees, 80991.
I knew you were going to do that.
watching for it. Right?
Yep. Heading bug. Alright, so we're just about at the holding point. You're going to intercept that radial, and you're going to be about 10 miles from the VOR.
Departure beach 706 Romeo Mike with you out of 2,200 for 4,000.
Okay.
6706 Romeo Mike, Austin departure, radar contact, fly maintain 1.
So you're getting ready to cross the point.
Heading 020.
Roughly. We're a little bit out from it. That's why the distance is a little bit more, we're a little bit further away.
So I want to fly approximately 050.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
045. Double check your gyros right before you do it. Good, put your heading bug on 045, there you go. Now start that turn to 045 and start the timer. Go out 1 minute. At the end of that 1 minute, then you start your standard rate turn. Or does your OBS need to be?
90.
If you want to reverse sense it, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's going to be backwards. There you go.
That'll give me on my inbound.
And look at this. Leave this one on 090, leave this one on 270.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool to go back on ForeFlight and look at the tracks later.
Romeo Mike, clear direct munch, contact Houston Center 125.65. Have a good flight.
2565 and going direct munch, 6 Romeo Mike, see you.
There you go. Start your standard rate right-hand turn. And when you roll wings level, start the timer again.
Air Shuttle 6187, contact approach 125.32.
So you're looking to turn all the way around. Remember, turn your heading bug. 270. And when you roll on to 270, you want to be pretty close to this radial. Always keep in mind where the wind is coming from as well.
How come?
You don't need to time the turn.
Also approach
Unless you want to.
Sierra, just departed Lockhart, inbound for full stop.
Cessna 3 Echo Sierra, squawk 0211.
Here comes your radio.
211, 3 Echo Sierra.
You're kind of visualizing it?
Yeah.
Austin approach, Cornell 8035.
I'd start to slow the turn just a little bit because remember, right now you're pretty much into the wind. So you don't want to get on your heading and then you're too far over from the radial, you know what I mean?
Contact 20 miles south of the Austin Airport, Austin altimeter.
That's what I mean. You've got to keep in mind where the wind's coming from. You keep that turn coming, but you don't need to be totally all the way over to standard rate. You use it in moderation.
3100, 020 on the heading, 2998 on the...
Yeah, here comes that radial.
And who else called?
Looking good.
It's Cornell 8035 Golf with Charlie. We're about
Okay, now
14 miles
just intercept that, adjust your heading to intercept, make sure your DG is good with your compass.
We can do the IOS into 17 left.
Cardinal 35 Golf, squawk 0213, and will that be
Yeah, so that makes a difference. Go that way.
Go that way. And yes ma'am, it's a full stop.
Otherwise you're going to fly away from your radial. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Forgot to start that one in roll level.
And departure King Air 350, Kilo Golf checking in with you 2.1, climbing 4,000, heading 130.
You're going away from your radial.
Kilo Golf, Austin departure, radar contact,
Correct.
climb 2000, turn to the left, heading 100.
Alright, up to 12,000 and 100 on the heading, 350 Kilo Golf.
And when are you going to start your right-hand turn?
Contact 11
1
miles
minute.
east of the Austin Airport,
No.
heading 340
miles.
for the ILS.
Oh, yeah.
And did you say information?
You want this to be close to 1 minute as possible.
And we do have
Your main thing is 10 miles there.
Golf, thanks, Austin, altimeter 2998.
2998 8035 Golf.
I'd start correcting. You're like 30 degrees off, and here comes your radio. I would correct. Don't fly that heading for too long.
Colonel
Pass
35
the radio.
contact approach 125.32. Have a good night.
2532. Good night.
Minute and 17. Standard rate.
King Air 0 Kilo Golf, clear direct.
Direct match 350 Kilo Golf.
And then when you roll wings level, start that timer.
King Air 0 Kilo Golf, contact Houston Center 125.65. Have a good night.
2565. Good night. 350 Kilo
Roll
Golf.
out, yeah. There you go. Nice and smooth. There you go, start that timer. 1 minute. Oh. That shit's weird.
Cessna 3 Echo Sierra, flight heading 360.
360, 3 Echo Sierra.
Start your right hand turn. You gotta get that timer ready to go when you roll wings level again.
Okay.
You gotta stop it and hit reset. Hit both those at the same time. Where's your heading, bug?
Cessna 3 Echo Sierra, contact approach 125.32. Have a good night.
125.32, 3 Echo Sierra.
Approach South 559 is past 180 descending via the Willie, landing south, and we have Charlie.
Keep that standard rate turn coming. Why are you rolling out?
Austin approach, expect visual
Keep going over
approach
west.
by 17 right.
Roger.
Standard rate.
And approach King Air 41.
There you go. Perfect.
Descending out of 9200 for 4000.
Right on the radio.
King Air 6 Bravo Kilo Austin approach, roger.
Now you want this to be as close to 1 minute as possible, but watch your distance. You want to start turning right at 10.
Okay, I wasn't even watching that.
So if this is too short, that tells us that we need to lengthen that other leg, or maybe go to 1 minute 15. Because our ground speed's going to be different on them. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's your 10 miles, 33 seconds. Yeah, let's lengthen that one. 10 miles, start turning. There you go.
You're way under.
Yeah, way under. So let's go to about 1.5 minutes on that leg. There you go.
Austin approach Berry 7380s 15008 descending 13000.
Berry 7380 Austin approach, Austin altimeter 2909 right.
908 better 7380.
Close.
Close, yeah.
Berry 7380 descend and maintain 10,000.
Center maintain 10,000, Barry 7380.
You want to maintain about that same distance from the VOR, so if you see it start creeping in, you can adjust your heading out a little bit.
The wind drift.
Right.
Left.
Yeah, so if you see it start coming in, just adjust a little bit out. I do see it coming in.
Well, actually, we're reverse sensing right now, right? So I need to go that way. Is that correct?
Stop it, and then yeah.
Oh, stop it first.
Yeah. That was probably the most useful $2 I ever spent on Amazon.
No kidding.
And then off the road, 99955 Charlie, checking in.
Yeah, not for us.
November 99955 Charlie, Austin approach, Austin, altimeter 29908, advise information, November at Georgetown, you can expect runway 18.
I will touch base when I get the weather, and I will expect 1855 Charlie.
So it's 559, I'd like to come right real quick just for a little build-up.
So 559, can DB to the right as needed when able direct. When able heading at 280.
Gonna keep turning through your west heading?
Huh? Okay.
Why aren't you rolling out?
Deviation.
You're past
I was trying to get the needle. We're still going to port.
Well, now you're going away from the radial. You gotta go in. Towards the needle.
And 416 Bravo Kilo's got Taylor inside, we can cancel out for.
Number 6 Bravo Kilo, thanks. IFR cancellation is received, maintain VFR. And there is traffic about 3 miles northwest of the Taylor Airport. Altitude gate 3,900, appears to be orbiting in that area.
Yeah, we'll be looking for him. You want us to remain on this code or go to 1200?
Kinger 6 Bravo Kilo, you can squawk VFR, radar sources terminate, change to advisory. Have a good night.
Good night, 6 Bravo Kilo.
Okay, watching that.
Houston, Gamma Jet 8.
Checking my compass here, it's way off again.
Spinning on the Willie 3.
And your heading bug's 180 degrees off too.
Yeah.
Alright,
I was wondering why you put it over there on east.
Gamma Jet 869, we have Charlie.
I didn't set it the first time.
Cessna approach, Cessna 55 Charlie, we have November.
November 55 Charlie, right, thank you. Barry 7380, contact San Antonio approach 127.1, have a good night.
27.1, Barry 7380, have a good night, ma'am.
559's on the heading, thanks.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to save it by the time you get there.
Contact approach 127.1.
You overshot it way too much.
I do the same, but no, see.
Number 90901, maintain VFR at or above 3,000.
At or above 3,000, 901. We're actually going to request the practice GPS 17 in San Marcos.
Number 90901, and when did you want to do that? Are you right now?
Yeah, we're just going to exit our maneuver out here, and we'd like to do it now if we can. Good roll level.
And how will that approach terminate?
It'll be a full stop, 901.
This is 90901, roger. Flighting 240, vector for the RNAV, runway 17 at San Marcos, advising you of information, Mike.
Flighting 240, vectors for the RNAV 17, we'll let you know we have Mike, 901. Okay, you want to take care of radios from now on?
Sure.
Okay.
0 at 7, visibility 10. Few clouds, 4,000. Temperature 31, 2.19er, altimeter 3001. Visual approach in use.
Don't ever set that while you're turning.
All aircraft advised for initial contact. You have Mike. San Marcos Airport information, Mike. 2246 Zulu weather, wind 150 at 7, visibility 10. Few clouds, 4,000. Temperature 31, 2.19er, altimeter 3001.
There you go.
Visual approach in use, landing in the party, runway 17. All aircraft advised for initial contact. That's in a 909er, 55 Charlie with you.
Right over Bergstrom now.
Contact 90901, maintain 3000 until Pukey. Cleared RNAV, runway 17, approach San Marcos, maintain VFR.
Okay, we'll maintain 3,000 Pukey, we'll clear the RNAV, we'll stay VFR. 991.
Clear the RNAV 17. Need to specify the runway.
I certainly hope this gets easier.
Oh, it will. It'll get way easier. Did you finish briefing the approach? You know exactly what your minimums are?
Well, he said Pukey 3,000, it says 3,100.
Contact approach 125.32.
Then I go down to Yaddick at 2,600. And my minimums for the RNAV for 17 going to be
approach King Air
960 because we're a WAS.
Out of 6,700 for
960 feet.
King Air 416 Bravo Kilo, Austin approach, Austin altimeter 2.
Would that not be correct?
That's correct.
What?
That's correct. Where are you going to intercept the vertical guidance?
Right at the final approach fix, Yaddick. There, 2,600 feet.
Yeah. But it's not necessarily always at Yaddick. Well, on this approach it always is at Yaddick.
Yeah, sometimes it's before the final approach
right.
fix.
So it's wherever that lightning bolt's pointing.
Right. So it's right there together.
Don't let getting behind the airplane here and there discourage you, because that's such a common thing, and I don't think there's a single pilot out there that got their instrument rating without doing all that in the beginning. You know, forgetting to set the heading bug, or forgetting to set the timer, or getting off course, you know, fixating on one instrument. That's so common. As far as I'm concerned, you're already way ahead of most instrument students.
Well, I wouldn't know about that, but I sure don't feel like it.
Well, you're pretty on top of things. That's the thing, you're on top of things.
Okay, so we are 5.5 out from Pukey.
From Pukey, yeah. Pukey's actually pretty close to our house. Our house is right up here.
Really?
Yep.
I thought it'd be much closer into the airport.
Oh no. No, it's just to the north of the house. I'm sorry, not to the north of the house, it's just to the southeast of the house, maybe 5 nautical miles.
Well, let's see, it's 13.3 from the end of the runway. Must have a little bit of wind pushing me that way.
Why's that?
To the right.
Why's that?
Watching the needle here, but my track is kind of to the left of it.
Yeah, a little bit. I think you just got off course a little bit. I don't know. I wasn't watching it too carefully. So I'm sure we do have a wind coming out of the south. Notice how close the approach is to that tall tower. 1,000.
Yeah.
But that's why it says stay at 2,600 feet until you get to Yaddick down here.
Right.
Stay 500 plus 100 feet above it.
Yeah. So how would I go to my next fix?
It does it automatically.
Oh, okay.
It's got a trend line. You can't really see it, but it's a dotted line that cuts the corner for you.
Shows your turn?
Yeah, and it's going to start saying left to heading. So it's going to say left to 171 in 6, 5, 4, and it's going to count down right here. House is off our right wing.
It automatically expands there.
Yeah. And it zooms in for you. And then when it changes over, it's going to zoom back out.
So once I get on my
3, 2, 1. Begin your turn. Standard rate. Don't forget your heading bug. There's your vertical guidance, there's the flag flip, and now this is giving you information for your line from Pukey to Yadok.
Okay, so I can go down to 2600, correct?
You can go down to 2600 now. You are established. Don't forget to use your track. Use your track to your advantage. Okay, that's what you want to be flying, and that's what you are flying.
9901, squawk VFR, change to advisory frequency approved.
Cessna 0991, squawk VFR. Good night.
1200.
So, what would I do now as far as the, talking to him?
Announce. Tower is closed. You're about 15 miles out.
Marcus traffic states 80991's on the RNAV 17, about 15 miles out. San Marcos. Fairly good or close?
Yeah, that's fine. Don't forget to double check your gyro. And you're taking her down to 2600. Maybe enriching that mixture a little bit. Just a little bit. That's freaky how close that tower is.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. You don't want to know. Anytime I ever shoot this approach in the clouds, just knowing that that tower is down there.
Terminals airplane 912 Mike Golf is at a left downwind off of runway 1.
I can tell you're not watching your track because you're getting off and you continue to go to the right. You're crabbing, so don't solely rely on this.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching that and that. I need to watch that a little more.
A little more, but be sure not to fixate on that. So get that right and find exactly where that works. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But just keep in mind it might change because you are descending. So winds are gonna change and all that kind of stuff. Good catch.
San Marcos traffic, terminals airplane 912 Mike Golf, left close base, runway 17, San Marcos.
We're about 2.5 miles out.
Out of Yadok, yeah.
And then we'll descend down to, we'll pick up the glide slope.
At Yadok, yeah. Not looking at your track, are you? Just glance over here every now and then. Square up those numbers. Or do whatever you got to do to those numbers to get them right before you hit the final approach fix.
Now my vertical guidance starting to come in.
Yep. And it makes sense, right? You're at 2600 approaching Yadok. So if you're at 2600 and you're on top of Yadok, that should be exactly centered up. Yep. And the final approach fix is about where you want to start thinking about getting the airplane ready to land. And putting down flaps will help you descend as well. I generally go 10 degrees at the final approach fix, and then I don't go 20 until I'm closer in, getting close to the missed approach point. Alright, you're coming up on Yadok here. Half a mile. Constant cross-check, don't fixate on anything. There you go. Alright, 2600 just past Yadok, you're on the glide slope. There's the flag. Cal car.
Got a citation 15 miles to the east. They'll be straight in for 3-1, San Marcos.
Get into white here.
Good. Meanwhile, you want to make sure you're starting to get that 500 feet a minute in to not lose the glide slope. Also checking your track, checking your heading, constant cross-check.
One-way 17, San Marcos. Traffic to the site.
Watch that glide slope. You need to get 500 feet a minute. San Marcos traffic, Skyhawk 80991, about 7 miles out on the practice RNAV runway 17. Going to be a full stop, San Marcos. Got way off on your track. About 10 degrees off. And it's going away from you. How far to minimums?
About 1,500? 1,300.
About 1,000. About coming up on 1,000 feet here. Need to know that by memory without having to look down.
Yeah, it's 960.
Yeah, watch it. You're getting distracted. Yeah, you pretty much want to have that readily available in your mind.
Traffic, it's 13 something for about 3 mile final for 13 full stop, San Marcos.
San Marcos traffic, Skyhawk 80991, 4 mile final runway 17. We're on the practice RNAV approach. We're going to be a full stop, San Marcos. Watch that track.
San Marcos traffic, 13 something for 2 mile final, 13 full stop, San Marcos.
How far is that traffic? That's going to be full stop on 13.
About maybe one half mile.
You got a citation. We're 5 miles on the right base.
Is that distance to runway?
Slow down.
Yes, and you're way off your track. Almost 20 degrees. Look at that.
Yeah.
You need to pay attention, pay attention to it. San Marcos traffic, Skyhawk 80991, about a 3 mile final, runway 17, full stop, San Marcos. How far out is that traffic now for 13?
I'm on short final.
Roger.
And San Marcos traffic's got a citation on a 3 mile right base. 3-1, San Marcos.
San Marcos traffic, Skyhawk 80991, 2 mile final, 17, full stop, San Marcos.
San Marcos traffic, 13 something right, clear 3.
Coming up on minimums.
13.
You're doing really good. Now watch that glide slope. Little power out. Figure it off. I have the controls. You have the controls.
I've got the controls.
And San Marcos traffic citation is now on a 2 mile final for 3-1.
Alright, get that power out, and let's stop before runway 26. Because we got people using the wrong runways left and right.
And Skyhawk on short final, you're going to be able to stop before the end?
Yes, sir, we're going to stop before runway 26 for you.
Thank you.
Good. brakes. We give him plenty of room.
We got good brakes.
We got good brakes. Very good. That approach is very good.
Well, you're just being kind because you're hungry.
No. You're kind of chasing it there.
Well,
I don't think you were watching this very much.
I wasn't, but at the end, I kind of figured it out a little bit. You know, like you said, just use a rudder.
Despite myself getting preoccupied with other airplanes using the opposite runways with 2 airplanes already in the pattern, my dad flew a great stable approach from the final approach fix all the way to the ground. Typical problems with new IFR students are overcorrecting the airplane and improper or inconsistent instrument scans. I saw these issues in my dad's performance when we started, but I'm certainly seeing them dwindle away as he gains more precise control of the aircraft. Flying IFR requires a lot of multitasking, and starting out is no easy transition, but I'm happy to see that he's handling it like a champ. Whenever anyone starts something new, starting is always the hardest part, and I can confidently say that we've moved past the quote-unquote culture shock portion of the instrument training, and we're moving along into mastering his skills.